Okay. Hello everyone, hello. I'm just getting everything ready for tonight's stream. It's great to have you with us. Hope you're all well and hope you've had a nice weekend. I'm just going to be sharing everything out here. So I've turned the sound off so you won't be hearing me twice. Coming through once is probably quite enough, I would have thought. So I'm just going to put this out onto a few different places and then we will get ready. I've done a little bit of testing and time trial on this week's race A in the Mini at Blue Moon Circuit. So I'm going to enter the race into that straight away so we can get racing as soon as possible. It's quite a good track actually, I'm enjoying that. It's good to see you, Espen. Thanks for joining me. Hope you're well. Hope all the family is doing well and things are improving for you. So there we are. Just be a few seconds and then I'll be ready to go. We've also got as well, we've got Spa for Group 4, which I'm really looking forward to. This is my official FatManInCheapSim's PS4 channel. So that should all be quite good. So I've just started with this one and it's now I'm an E and B, so right at the very bottom. But it's going to be fun as we start to hopefully climb up the ranks and have some fun every week doing lots of good races. But there we are, so you can make lots of suggestions as to what races I should be doing, and let's see how we get on. That I will start here. I'll put that one in there. I think we're just about ready to go. I'm going to tweet this out as well so we're there, ready to go. There we are. Just putting it out onto Twitter. There we go. So I think we're just about there now. There we go. And if you want to share it out with your friends, that would be fantastic. And the more the merrier. And this Thursday, when we have our live stream, I'm hoping, and yet to have it completely confirmed, but I have been speaking to a racer called the Amusante. Her name is Theo. She's French, lives in the UK, and she is doing an all-female championship with David Perel's The Sim Grid. So hopefully it will all be confirmed in the next day or two. We'll be doing an interview with her on Thursday night at 9 o'clock. So I hope you can join us for that. It should be really good. The first ever female guest on the show who's dared to come on. So hopefully it'll be the first of many. But that would be really good. And we've got a few others who are interested again. Thanks to everyone who has reached out to me this week because it's been really helpful. And looks like we might be able to get Tidgney and also David Perel at some point as well in the very near future. We know how busy they are, but that would be really good. So hopefully we can get that sorted. I've been really impressed and really amazed actually how many folk have given me such lovely messages and emails, which is really nice. So thank you very much for all your lovely messages and support. That's really good to know that the community is behind it. What I'm really trying to do is to bring the fans closer to their kind of YouTube, say YouTube stars, if you could call them that. I'm sure they're modest enough to take that on board. But yeah, you know, to bring the fans closer to the people that they follow, and that because sometimes when they do a stream, it's quite hard to answer those questions, the harder questions, because they're racing at the same time. So I hope that with the interviews we can ask those questions that you want to know the answers to, and then see how we go. Now this is Blue Moon. I quite like it. It's kind of a funny circuit. I've seen some of the track guides today. The Key 25, he did his one and he had a crazy run, mind. He was doing the one at Spa. Now he had a rating, it was his kind of second account, of 47,000. So he was pretty high up there, you know, really climbing up the ranks, because that's higher than my numbers from my first account by quite a bit. And he got taken down to 15,000 points, and he only had 1 DR down. He didn't have a penalty, but Gran Turismo's system took him from 47,000, would you believe, to just, whoops, I got a bit cut there, to 15,000, which was something else. Now this track seems to be a key about getting the power on early, getting good exit speeds. I've done a reasonable lap time of a 128.1. I reckon if I can really get some good time trial, then I could probably get it into the 27s. Now Espen saying, I've guessed, but your stream popped up, so I had to go in and drop a like. I will come back in a bit. That's fine. That's the great thing about these kind of shows. You can come in and out as you like. I'm not demanding that you stay, so don't you worry. I think we've got traction control on you. I can feel the hints of... I'm going to take that off. Some people say, well, you need a bit of it. I mean, you need a wee bit way at the start. It says that's the heart. That's probably one of the trickiest corners on the whole circuit there, because you come in quite fast in 4th gear, and trying to get the car over to the right is really hard. This is also quite a hard one. From 32,000 down to 3,000. That's shocking. You kind of wonder how you could have done that, because certainly from watching the Kai's stream and his video, he didn't even have a penalty. He didn't hit anybody. I think he had one tiny wee touch. So it does seem like it's a glitch. That's why I'm quite glad I've got this as my secondary racing one, because racing account, because I really don't want to have that happen to my main one and have to start all over again. Went from A, B to D, E. Oh goodness. I'm sure that would have made your day. That's horrendous, isn't it? That's something. You kind of wonder though how they could get it that far wrong. Yeah, no, it's quite a thing. So I thought I'll try and do a few of these ones, and then I might try the Spa, because it's quite a good track, and you can't be a wannabe racing driver and not do Spa and then not have the chance to compete at Spa. Well, from the hot weather that we've had in the last few weeks, we went from that, oh dear me, that was shocking. It has been pouring with rain over the last day, and it's been like a dull January morning, to be fair. Or as they would say in the Borders, a dour Borders day. So it's going to be interesting, because we're in obviously E and B, and if we can get a good time, let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, if others hit you, you'll drop. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? Now I actually realised that I've got my brake balance as nil at the moment, which may not be the right thing, but because it's front drive, I should probably have that as +5, isn't it? So it's nice and snappy. Oh, we're second on the grid, and the guy in front has done a 27.7. That's pretty good going. That is a pretty good lap time, because the best is about a 126.3, and I think the top 10, number 10 was a 126. 7, they're about 7.3 or something. So that's only a second off the top 10. Not to worry, Espen. It's good to have you with us. If you're able to make it, it's no problem at all. But feel free to come in and out if you like. Now, so there is going to be, I reckon, a wee bit of traction control on. Probably just one would probably do it. Yeah. And that should see how we get on. Behind me, it's pretty close. This guy is 128.2, 128.4. So yeah, it's pretty close. And to be fair, in that run, I was nowhere near my best time. But we'll see how we get on. So it's good to hear from you all. What's your favourite track and combination this week? I did do a little bit of ACC yesterday. I got up to something like 42 on the safety points, or your kind of SA rating. So I didn't really do very much. Thanks, Chirality. Hopefully we'll have a good race. I actually won a race yesterday. I had two. I did the last one of the daily races in the Peugeot, and I think I came second in one, and then I won the second one I did. So I've had a victory so far. And what was quite funny, they said it was a clean race, and I certainly didn't think it was very clean. But they were the system with GT Sport was saying it was. So here we go. Race 1 of the night. FatManInCheapSim. What can I do? I think this first corner is going to be crazy. We'll have to see, because people tend to brake really late into it. And the key is you've got to brake quite early and try and get that apex out. So the minis, they're quite good, mind you. Lost a few places already, never mind. Back up to 4th. We struggled on that first. Margie. Now the key thing is going to be if you hit that wall going out, you're going to be so slow, it's going to really affect your time. But in the lower categories, they just knock you about like bumper cars. They're not aware of me being there. The tire squeal is something. Back up to second. And 1.7 seconds ahead. Let's see what we can do. start lap 3. Just down to slipstream a little bit. So we start the last lap. Let's see what we can do. 9 fronts to that 127.3. Missing that one. Not so good. But I think the guy behind didn't do much better, to be fair, coming out of that. Well, we started second, and it looks like we are just going to manage to take that second place. There we go. Not too bad. Ah, hi Rory. Yeah, I'm well, thanks. Hope you're well too. Just managed to get a second place on the first race of the night. So I'm going to get my lap times a bit better, that's for sure. I'm a wee bit slow there, but there wasn't too much. I mean, it's argy-bargy at the first corner, which you kind of predicted. But this corner, this kind of has come into this left-hander. Managed to get a couple of folk back there. So we'll see. I'd be very surprised if it says that was a clean race, because well, it wasn't too bad, but I think they're being a bit optimistic when they say that. Second, there we go. Oh, they've not done the music. They normally do some music on that, do they not? But there we are. So earn some money. Because that was the thing, when you start this game you have very little money to buy yourself cars. So, let's see where we are. We've gone up in the SR rating, and we're obviously at E. I'm not sure where I am on Kudos Prime, to be fair, but we'll see how we go. Thanks for all the likes so far, that's great. It's all good to get all the comments and interaction. Now, you can let me know what track you would like me to do next, because it's 9:30 is the next one to Group 4, which is a wee bit away. I must have just missed that one. I think my clock's a bit slow. But yeah, so we could do another go at in the minis, or we could do Group 4 at Spa. what would you like me to do? I've done no practice at Spa, so I'm happy to do some practice. Let me know in the comments what one you would like to watch and what you think I should do. Or I can go back and do the one make for a few seconds. What would you think? Let's see. Because we'll have at least 10 to 15 minutes worth of practice at Spa if I do that now, or we can have another race in the minis in just a few minutes time. Spa, okay, I think we'll go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Now, I do like Spa. Oh, and I was going to tell you about a very exciting one I've got just out. Is for all you, the only one this week to resemble a proper motor race. That's very true, definitely. Now here we are, looking at the qualifying times. It looks like the Corvette is the one to have. So what I'll need to do is quickly broadcast this one. I'll quickly go in and buy it, I think, because I think I'm going to be nowhere in the other cars. I'm not sure actually if I've got enough. I think I've got enough money just to quickly go and buy. Here we are. America. Let's see. It is Chevrolet. I'll go for the Corvette. Now. And it's Group 4, isn't it? Yeah, so go for a blue one. That would be quite a different colour. Ah, I need 350,000 credits. Oh dear. Well, we don't have that. So we're going to have to use what we do have. That could be interesting. That could be exciting. Right, we're going to have to drive like the clappers because I need another 100,000 credits to get that. Yeah. Ah, Keith Filonio, it's good to see you. I'm Turbo at Suzuka. And yeah, they were doing that, of course, last week, weren't they? That was the thing. So this time we're going to do Spa and see how we go on. But I'm limited because it's a new. This is my second account, and I don't have enough money to buy another car. So I'm going to have to. Well, race entry. That's coming on in a few minutes, a few seconds here. I'm going to have to go with what I've got, which I think is a Renault. So goodness knows what that is going to be like. We'll have to see. That we'll see how that all goes. Here we are, the Sim Hub. Good to see you. Good to see you all. Right, let's get into the race entry there. Alright, I've got a Mazda, I've got an Atenza, and then I've got the Megane. I'm not sure what's going to be better, to be fair. I think maybe the Megane's quite good handling, so I'll try with that. We'll do that one and see how we get on. But, yeah, I'm quite looking forward to this. Yeah, now I was going to tell you, I've got a friend called Adam Croft, and he runs a company called SimTrack, which is based just outside Leeds, in the north. And his facility is phenomenal. He actually uses the Ginetta Cup cars, and he's got a Ginetta Cup car. I think there's also an Aston Martin. It's either a GT3 or a GT4 car as well. And you can go along there. They're all ex-racing cars, but they're obviously cut out to put all the sim stuff in. You've got this massive cinema screen in front of you, and it's all set up perfectly. And you've got people like James Kellett, who I've interviewed on my live stream before, who was actually Lando Norris's teammate when they raced at Ginetta, and James Kellett actually beat him. Now, if you are a keen sim driver, as I'm sure you all are, this is an amazing session. Now, they were doing some free sessions for an hour at their track at Leeds. So that would be something, I have to say, I would thoroughly recommend that. If you look for simtrack.co.uk and tell him that you saw it on Hugh's live stream so he knows what's happening, that would be the way to go, because obviously normally you do pay for it, but there's lots of good deals and things like that, and it's a phenomenal way to learn how to race better. So yeah, the Sim Hub is good. We've actually been, I went with my mate Jonathan, and I did a very kind of, there is a video, should be on my channel, about what it was like, and it's fantastic. And these guys, because when they come alongside you, so you get one-to-one tuition, and it's really good. Oh, I've braked far too late there. So let's see, can I master Spa in literally 10 minutes? Unlikely, but we'll have a go. And this was the race that poor old Key lost over 30,000 points because of the penalty system, even though he barely touched someone. And of course we have the rolling start here. To be fair, the car's not too bad in that. In coming off the top of the hill there. So did you all watch the Grand Prix yesterday? I probably could have stayed in fourth there actually. It wasn't the most exciting one, I have to say, man. Yeah, so I hope to have the Amusante as well, the French female sim racer, for my live stream on Thursday. She's yet to confirm it all, but I'm hoping we've had. She emailed me earlier in the weekend there to say that she would be up for it. So hopefully she will. Now this is a key thing here. When you come down this piece of circuit here, and you've got this bit's easy, but then you've got the kind of long left-hander that kind of tightens up. Now Key was going quite far out here, trying to maximise the space, and then of course the big chicane, which I've overshot. Oh. Okay, so I do need to brake a bit earlier. Still, that's only our first lap. I remember that was the bus stop chicane. That was something. I think this, to be fair, that chicane is quite good. Better than normal, but than it used to be in the old days, maybe. But I love watching a video channel called Bose92, and he gets all the old Formula 1 cars, and he must go to Monza all the time, and some of the shots are phenomenal, and the noise from these old V12 cars are fantastic. That's the way that I was able to go flat out pretty much, going through Eau Rouge in the Renault. Here are. See the car nicely just, oh, I say nicely, it's kind of, at least it comes off the chicane quite well. Key could do that incredibly well. He was overtaking people on the curbs just about. Could have taken that in fourth, but it tended to slide away a wee bit with understeer. The Renault's, at least the handling's not bad. I have a feeling that on the power circuit like this it's going to be heating up on the straights, but we'll see. Get some money, we can then buy the Corvette. Now we take up a good bit of time. Looks a great car from behind, certainly. I'm quite a bit off the pace here, but we'll see. So, I really need to get into the 229s. At least because the 226 is the really hot times. Definitely a lot more in that corner. So you're going to see me hopefully progress a bit. Just a wee bit better. Definitely a lot more. Got any suggestions? I'll happily take them on. I bet the first one's going to be drive faster. And brake later. Right, there's definitely a lot more in this, of course. Not getting that. Thanks, Keith. It's getting a wee bit better. I know when I used to watch these things, I was like, oh, you're missing the apex. You're doing this, and then you have a go yourself, and you think, ah, I can see why. And it's, yeah, we should be able to get into the 29s easily, if not even a bit better. Got a few tenths there. Looking at the comments, apologise for that. That is definitely, there's a lot more time in there. Not on the track, come on you. I think eventually I'll get myself one of these cameras that I can fit. I do have a USB one, but it doesn't seem to fit on the PlayStation. Like, you have to have a special PlayStation camera. Yeah, good question. Is Vettel going to finish the season with Ferrari? That is a big one. I know, I'd have thought being his last year, he was going to try and prove them all wrong, but he's just not managed it. I just wonder if he's lost a bit of the the love for it, you know. Oh. In the meantime, Hamilton just drives away. That was a bit better. He had a bad spin, yeah, every couple of races in the last 2 years, unfortunately, innit? Yeah, no, that's been it. Where's my DRS? That's the... I should have changed down earlier, it braked a wee bit. I mean, I know Vettel won those 4 championships, and some people say, oh, he's only good when he's in a good car. But he does have... I mean, you've got to be good to get to be world champion, and to do it 4 times as well. You know, it's not just luck. You're going to have skill. Oh, man. Okay. Hey, there we go. Talking of skill. Now, if I'm on brake balance +2, but if anyone thinks there's a better setting, let me know. Well, we've got just under 2 minutes, I should say, and then we'll get matched up. Goodness knows where we'll be on this lap, because it's not a particularly good one. Overall. Hopefully you don't meet any dodgy drivers. Yeah, it's like going to the car auction and meeting dodgy car dealers, isn't it? Yeah. It is funny though, because definitely in the lower amounts, lower grids, it is argy-bargy. It is just like going the dodgems. Hope it's quite good. Oh dear. Right, that went off. When I was doing ACC yesterday, and I did a multiplayer race, and I hadn't. The stupidest thing was I was on the grid, and I couldn't find the button. Would you believe? To start the car. And normally I thought it was on a setting which started it for you. To be fair, but it wouldn't do it, and then it put me in the pit lane. So I started absolute last from the pit lane. So there was about 15 or 16 drivers, but by the end of it I finished, I think it was either 6th or 7th, I think it was, which wasn't too bad. It was a 30-minute race, and I was driving in the Bentley. Right, it's going to match us up now, so we'll see how we go on. There we go. Yeah, so no, that was quite good. It's a really kind of, after done the 30-minute race, I was kind of sweating away. Oh, I got pole position. My goodness, that's not too bad. Somebody's doing it in a TT Cup. I suppose it's quite a fast car, the TT Cup. Someone in a Corvette 236. This is going to be fun. Yeah, this is going to be a laugh. I think this is going to be crazy. But at least we're starting on the right bit, because if you start down at about 8th or 9th or 10th, you've got that the last chicane, which is horrendous, and it's really hard to accelerate off that. So hopefully this will be a bit easier. But then we've got that first corner, and thanks. The Sim Hub. It's good to. That's Dave, isn't it? I'm trying to get them all confused. So I was up so late playing this last night. I was up till about 2 in the morning, getting this all set up, and so I had about 5 hours sleep if I was lucky. And you know when you've had that little sleep, my goodness me, you managed in the daytime all right, but after about 5 o'clock, I had to admit I had a slight nap for about half an hour before I started the stream tonight. But I'll be much earlier than that tonight overall. But aye, let's see how we get going. Let's see what will happen. The only thing is that Audi's quite good in a straight line, and hopefully I won't be a sitting duck on the straights. But let's see how we get on. So have any of you guys done this race yet? Have you been racing perhaps earlier on today to have a go? It's I mean, it can be a really good one. A really, Spa is famous for Eau Rouge, and especially when you get the fast cars. I love the Red Bull Juniors. They would be quite good round here. They'd be quite fun. So let's see what we can do. 3 laps of Spa. You're going to have a go tonight? Yeah, it's the thing. I wonder, I know that Super GT is supposed to be streaming again in the next, well, maybe in September, because he always used to do quite good track guides when you watch them on his live stream. But there we have it. Right. A Renault 1 pole. There we go. I'm going to try and get some like merchandise ready on the Renault on track, I think. Hopefully that's a good thing. I don't know what's happened behind. Because they're 2 seconds behind even at the first corner. Through there. Coming onto the back section there, to almost finish lap 1. Yeah, I know, that's just kind of unreal. Let's hope it's not a glitch. There's going to be a big online weekend on the 15th of October for Goodwood, because they had to cancel the Festival of Speed. There's going to be races and all sorts, which should be great fun actually. Look, I'll reply to your friend request in a wee bit. Let's see it. Thank you for that. That's it. Yeah, so I'm going to try and get some good funny cups and things and t-shirts for Fatman, Cheap Sim. At the moment, isn't doing too badly. One of the best races I ever saw was it was back in 2008 when Hamilton and Massa had that incredible race around Spa, and then it was taken off Hamilton, and to be fair it really was his, but at that time they wanted Ferrari in there, and so Massa eventually got it, but it was quite a race at Spa when it was wet and all the cars were just going off everywhere. Yeah, it's beginning. This race is turning out quite well. Now, coming out of that chicane is something else. You know, it's so gentle. So gentle on the throttle. I braked a little bit, did a wee bit of left foot braking as I came through that corner, the first corner there. Final lap. This is a tricky one. It's such a long... Definitely needed to get the car in a wee bit closer to the apex there. Fourth all the way round. I do like Group 4. It's probably my favourite overall. I find them reasonably competitive. Oh, you met Murray Walker briefly back in 2000 in Southampton Shopping Centre. So nice, humble man, said hello. Yeah, I would love to meet Murray. I mean, they had an interview with him at the British Grand Prix, and oh, he was so good. He must be about 97 or 98 even. He's pretty old. But I think I think mentally he's fine, but I think physically he's struggling. But we got a win. We got a win, and with a reasonable amount. I'm just going to quickly take my jersey off because it's getting pretty warm in this room that I've got. So I'm just going to remove my headphones for a second there. Just be a reset. There we go. Thanks very much, Keith. Thank you, Keith. That's very good. Enjoy the rest of your day at work and things. There we go. I'm quite chuffed with that. I can hardly believe that we got a victory. I don't know what happened. In fact, I think I might just save the replay on that, actually, because it'd be quite interesting to see what on earth happened. You have new followers. Luke Hardy 95. Fantastic. That's great. I will. I'll reply to you all later on when after this, so that I don't get away from the racing, and I'll get all that sorted out. But that's great. Look forward to. We can do some more lobbies if you like. We'll get a time and we'll get that sorted. And that. So there you are. And no one said anything like, "What did you do to me?" on the messages, which is good. So, will we do another round at Spa? I think that would be quite... That went quite well. Because it is 21:44. So, I haven't done Autopolis as well with Toyota. I haven't even set a time on that one. That could be quite interesting because it's quite a snappy car. But, there we are. No, I think we'll go do another race for Belgium. I think I'm going to stay with the Renault. Yeah, there we go. So what's the best car you guys have ever driven? What's been the, have you ever been maybe on a track day or a driving day? I think that the best car I've ever driven was the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. Yeah, you're going to need to get back into this. It's getting quite good again. It's a funny one, you know, because obviously the penalty system is horrendous now. But I think you just have to do what Rory was saying, and you have to just stay out of trouble. You've just got to, if you think people are going to, you know, use you as a kind of battering ram, then you just have to let them go past, because they'll probably crash anyway. And I think we saw that in the first race with the minis, and people that were hearing through, they just went wide. So you can usually get back through. You just got to try and set your own race, isn't it? And just keep going. And let's see. I found that I did the... Oh, you don't drive. Oh, right. Well, the thing is, you've done so much driving on these games when you get everything all sorted out that you're not far away from being the same in real life, to be fair. Except you probably won't have flappy paddles to use. But, yeah, he's very good. Rory's excellent for his advice, and just it's just fun watching his races and his videos. Aye. The annoying thing when I drove this Giulia, I was at Millbrook, down near Milton Keynes, and I had a guy from Fiat with me who had absolutely no interest in being in that car, and honestly, we're on the Alpine route where there's a 55 mile an hour speed limit, and I just wanted to fly, and he did let me go a little bit. We did also the Millbrook 2 mile oval, which was quite good. Drive people up the wall. Well, I think we're probably all in the same boat when it comes to that. One of my first games I ever did, which was a kind of racing game, it was called Saloon Cars, back in the early 90s. And it was for the Acorn A3000. Have you ever had one of those? It was a kind of step up from a BBC B. And it was quite, this game called Saloon Cars was brilliant, because if you had a crash, you would just, like, your head would hit the steering wheel and the sound was bop, and then it said game over, you are dead. But it was quite fun. And then you had to have a budget. When you started the game, you had Bill Busted, the mechanic, if you couldn't afford the proper pit team in that, which was quite a laugh. It was easy to qualify a car, but it was quite hard to finish the race in the same position. Right, let's try and get into level 30 here, that would be good. Let's try and concentrate there. Just as I say it, just as I say it, I'm going to throw it all the way. First corner. And I'm not going to be able to get another lap in, I don't think. So we'll just try and be as consistent as we can, and hopefully we can get another good result. Let's see how much time we can make up. My first and only car was an MG Metro. Yeah, white, red and black interior. They were there, you know, if you could find one of those now, that'd be a classic. Well, there'll be one in a barn somewhere. Somebody's old garage will definitely have one. I'm struggling under braking here. Right, there we go. Well, I need to work on my qualifying, because I know I can do it a lot better than that. I'll need to get... I mean, to be fair, the Renault does handle quite well, which is probably its saving grace, to be fair, on that. Well, another pole position. And we've got about a second or so between me and the person in second place. Got a 458 Italia, TT Cup, a Lancer, an RCZ. It's quite a range of cars. We've just about got every type of car there. V8 Vantage, Veyron. It's interesting. You kind of wonder how many people have actually do GT Sport online. Yeah, no, it was. It was the Metro 6R4. That was a classic rally car. They were so fast that they had to eventually ban them because they were pretty dangerous. But yeah, I mean the thing about it at the time, the MG Metro, it was a kind of cult classic. I mean it'd be interesting to see one today. If you go to some of these classic car shows, you'll probably find somebody who's got one. But yeah, no, it was quite a machine. I know we kind of laugh at Austin Rover, but some of their cars weren't that bad. They were kind of, some of them were okay for their time. I mean, obviously Ford had all the XR2s, XR3s, and now if you can find a good XR3, they're probably worth a bit as well. But here we go. But yeah, aye. I know that's the thing. That's the thing. Well, I can't believe I've had a victory today already. In the second place. Obviously we're in the lower classes, so we can should be able to use a bit of our experience. But I don't know what happened at the first corner, because they seem to be slow even coming off the chicane. So unless they had a bug on their side or something, but let's see how we go. That's when people say I'm a beginner. Yeah, I just don't know if I believe them. I don't think so. But they all say let's have a clean race. Well, hopefully. Being a bit of a revving up. So let's see how we go. I still think, when you watch the races and you see these empty grandstands, something just wrong about that, isn't it? Yeah, I think even if you're third or fourth on the grid, you're going to struggle getting out of that. Because they seem to be struggling getting around that bend and getting a clean exit. Well, I'm on the straight. I can Yeah, I mean, the grandstands being empty, it just takes away the atmosphere. And when you've got people coming on the track at the end and all the cheers, it makes so much of it. But we have an old track near where I live, up here in the Borders, which Jim Clark, Fangio, Jack Brabham, all the early greats have all raced at, and it's called Charter Hall, and it was an old airfield, and now it's not quite left to rot, but it's not in a great state. But if ever you're up in the Scottish Borders, it's worth a look, because it's had an incredible history, and I'd love to see it. turn back into a proper F1 circuit. All I need is about £300 million. But yep, or probably something about 5 million cups. Let's see. Southwest of England. It's yep. Now it's amazing when one of my friends was doing the history on Charter Hall, and the more he talked about it, the more incredible it was. I mean, really to have all these drivers on your doorstep. And it was at the time when, you know, it was literally just hay bales for safety. Yeah, that's 'cause a wee trick to trying to let the car roll in some of these corners. .4. That's a wee bit better. Totally. Actually, talking of good places to visit, I think I mentioned it before. Brooklands, the Mercedes headquarters. They have the Mercedes Museum. And they've also got a track day that you can do there. That's a really good fun. It's not cheap by any means. I was quite fortunate. I won a sim competition to go and do it there for an hour. But it's really good fun. It's quite near where Rory was saying it's not too far away from there. Chicane, right? mistake there, just coming off the brake and then going back on, which always induces understeer. But there you go. Not too bad. I can hardly believe it. FatManInCheapSim has won another race. That's 3 victories. And as my surname is Hattrick, that's not too bad, eh? I've made the name tonight a little bit. But I have to say, I'm kind of... I mean, I know it's in a lower category, but that is strange. I think if you start off anywhere but pole, it seems like it's almost impossible to get a good exit. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of amazed. Look how many penalties, mind you. That's a lot of penalties. I mean, first clean races level completed. It's not too bad, but because they just weren't able to. I mean, they were, you know, even past the first corner, they were struggling there. To be fair, on my other account, I think the best I've done in clean races was it maybe 4? I think it was, or maybe yeah. I don't think I've done any more than that, because that is that being the wall at Eau Rouge. Spectating, and that's the one. But it's a funny one. That the Renault's quite good. To be fair, I could go pretty much flat out into that. I'll have to check to see. I think once you've done 5 races, you get 2,000 points. Well, I've gone up to D, so I must have done. That's a bit better then. So it's not too bad. But Jack Sparrows, Fat Man in the Cheap Sim, saying I'm fast. Well, that's very kind. No. I'll put say. Oh no. There we go. I should actually say that I'm broadcasting, to be fair, to let people know. If I do spa on Project Cars, the bumper seems to travel more. Yeah, you know, the thing is, I used to love the first Project Cars. I did it all the time for years. In fact, I only just took it off my PlayStation a few weeks ago because I needed the room for other games. But I loved the first one, but I could not make head nor tail of the second game. I was so disappointed with the second game. It was so much more. It was much trickier to drive. But because the first one was great. I actually got the fastest time in the world. In the one where it's in Marseille on the kind of west coast. Is it West Coast Reverse or one of the ones? If you look out, I'm sure it's Crichton Starbug or Starbug Pilot. If any of you are still on it, it's you'll see my time on the time trial. I used to love the time trial. Well, should we do one more race? Now we could do the minis at 10:20. The Toyota's a wee bit away, isn't it? It's just 22:05. Or do you want me to do another race at Spa? It's up to you in the comments. As Tisley does, he does a 3, 2, 1. What should we do? Spa or Blue Moon? What do you reckon? Waiting eagerly here for the comments to come through. First in, right, lads, how funny. Yeah, thanks very much, Espen. Good to see you. You take care. Blue Moon, okay. You were the first to give us a comment, so Blue Moon it is. I quite like this one. I love the ones that it's a battle, you know, it's involved. You've got to be right there all the time, you know. I think that's quite a good one. And I like the minis. I quite like these little minis, they're quite fun. I never drove the old style Mini, only ever the new ones. I've watched these old programs, you know, you get them on, I think it's called Haggerty and Barn Finder, and I think the Bearded Explorer as well. And some of his videos were amazing. They just find, I think they're old scrapyards or things where, you know, where people have had a collection of cars, and literally the woods are growing around them. But some of the cars they find are just incredible. You know, like old Mercedes SLs. And stuff that, you know, would be worth a fortune if it was alright. But you've probably gathered I like my cars. You know, I'm a bit of a I'm an enthusiast, and I love driving, and I love, you know, driving this interesting cars as well. And I got my license way back in 1992, and I've always liked to try and drive an interesting car, you know, and not necessarily an expensive one, but just like, you know, fast and fun. I'd love an old Mercedes SL, you know, say a 1980s one, or late 70s. I think the style of them was quite nice. They were solid as anything. And just to kind of cruise around in, pretend you're in the south of France. And, now I remember that the last time they did this, some people were really cutting that, coming in more to the left to try and avoid the ramp. And the other thing is, it seems like you can cut quite a lot of the curbs, and it's not too bad, although it's there a bit. Co-host has joined me here. Yep, it was better than the fog in Edinburgh, that's for sure. That's such a tricky exit. I'm going to try and definitely a 27 in there, if I can get it sorted. As we're going through, and I hate that ghost. I can't change the settings. You did actually a good time there, Jonathan. That's I don't mean to sound condescending, but it was actually I did do a bit of time trial before I came on tonight. And I got my time down, but it did take me a wee while to actually beat your time and to kind of get a grip with some of the... I can't believe the guys at the top, they're doing like 126 threes, which is really fast, and then 126.7 is the top 10. Waving around like a boat. Yeah, I lost a good few tenths on it. I haven't. It's on 0 at the moment. wonder if I should make it. I might just put it on positive one to the rear. When you come up in a motocross. And I've got so much dirt on the tyres. All Time Made was given up there. Like a Lloyd's Mini test drive from 15 years ago, yeah. Hopefully this one won't go up in smoke. Right, I'll try and get this first corner. We found a wee bit of time there. Just getting off the brakes early, it seems to be better. Do. Might just go a little bit quicker than what we've been. Oh, by a fraction. Still got a few minutes to bring down that time. There must be a 27 in there somewhere.
cut, but there's too much. Poor exit on that. The ghost just totally gets in the way there. Right, we've got to try and get... We're not far away. We can get in these 27s and I think we'll be in a much better position. Lap yet. Almost, we're just chipping away, trying to get to that level. Just try and get that a little bit earlier. Be almost there. Bit better. Can we get into the 27s? Just about there. Come on, don't cut me off before this lap finishes. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it counted that one. I think it may have. No, it didn't. Ah, that would have been a 27.9, I reckon. Just about a 27.9. Ah, just on the cusp of it. Literally a fraction more. Yep. Now this is going to be interesting because I'm 6th on the grid. There's some very, very fast people. 127s. Pretty good. Yeah, well, I mean, 27, to be fair, I would have maybe been 5th. I would have been 5th, so I would have had one place further up. But some of these guys are A and B in there, which is not bad, actually. So, kind of gives you an idea. The person behind me is a 28.8, and there's really nothing in front of it. So, yeah, hopefully I get a chance to try and have a good race. But I really appreciate everyone watching tonight. All the great comments, and over 60 of them. And it's great to have you with us. It's good fun. And hopefully we'll have the French sim racer, the Amusons, with us on Thursday for our live stream at 9. I'll hopefully get more information about that on tomorrow, and I'll try and get the link out if it's all going ahead. If not, it will be my co-host Andrew Marr, and maybe Jonathan as well will join us. We'll see that, but hopefully we can get the Amazons as well. That would be fantastic. I think it's quite interesting to get other drivers on the show too, because we know we are all kind of sim racing mad, so we want to get all the sim racers and get them all interviewed and ask the questions that you don't normally get a chance to ask. But, yeah. Here we go. It's Blue Moon, sponsored by Avis. Oh, did I put traction control on? I don't know if I did actually. I need to see. The slipstream does play quite a big part in this one. Thank you. Oh dear. I just got that completely wrong there. Quite a lot of penalties. I think this will settle down a bit once people have had their penalties. Oh, for goodness sake. See if we can get into the slipstream. I think this one I can get back up there and hopefully. Yeah, it is a awkward corner. We're all quite close here. There's a chance we can maybe get another couple of positions. I do quite like this week's race though. Oh, it's alright. You brake quite early there and he's just on the line. Made up a couple of places there. Yeah. Might have a chance of third here. He's got a 2-second penalty. Yep, we got third. And that didn't look on in the last. We went from like 6th to 3rd in the last lap pretty much, didn't we? Or certainly we did have a wee bump there, but at least we... Yeah, podium, which is not too bad. Not too bad at all. There we are. Fat man in a cheap sim is now sweating profusely. But that's actually quite good because we started off 6th, ended up 3rd. The music's not come on, I don't know why, but it's not come on. And it hasn't said you've had a clean race, which I would be very surprised. So how accurate the whole thing would have been if it had said that. Yes, thanks for that. It's I'm quite chuffed. Tonight's races have been quite good. The strangest ones have been at Spa, where we seem to have just driven away from everybody. It just seems like if you're on the pole position, you get a very, very good drive away. And oh, we're back down to D, so we did lose a bit of DR there. Oh no, it stayed the same. Sorry, it stayed the same. D and B. So I think we've moved up quite well for the last wee bit. That which is not too bad at all. That so yeah, and we did. Who did 1:27.494 was the fastest lap. What did we do? Actually we did a 1:27.6. That's not too bad. So we weren't far away from getting the fastest lap there. Actually, we're only maybe a couple of tenths and a wee bit. So that's quite good. Yeah, everyone at Spa were sightseeing. It's true. It was the strangest thing. Because, I mean, I honestly thought I was going to be a sitting duck on the straights, being in the Renault. And it worked out rather well. I just seemed to be able to get the first corner quite well. But I think there must have been a lot of argy-bargy coming into the chicane for the guys that had the green light at that point. But it worked really well. Well, I've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. It's now just after 10:30. I think I'm probably going to call it a night there, but look, thank you very much to everyone who's been watching tonight. It's been great to have you with me, and all that support is absolutely brilliant. And hopefully we'll see you again on Thursday, and I hope to be able to confirm that we have the Amazons on tonight as well, or on Thursday. I think she'll be a really interesting interview. But thank you very much. Thanks for all your lovely emails. I will get back to you if I've not already got back to you. I think I have made contact with everyone who's emailed me so far. That it's been really good fun talking to you all and racing tonight. We've had some pretty good results, and thank you very much. Have a fantastic few days and take care, and I will see you very, very soon.